Before dancehall took over the airwaves, the 80s had a deep heartbeat. Harmony trios, UK root soldiers, and studio killers who built the sound of the decade. Most people remember the stars. Tonight, we remember the bands you forgot. If names like Chalice, Black Slate, Black Roots, the Viceroys, the Tamlins, Reggae Regular, Capital Letters, Misty In Roots, the Meditations, the Itals, Israel Vibration, the Gladiators, Home Tea, the Cimarons, and the mighty Roots Radics don't ring a bell, you've been hearing their echo without knowing the source. Here's the promise. In a few minutes, you'll get one starter track for each group, the quick backstory, and the one detail to listen for. That bass line that moves the room, that harmony that gives you goosebumps, that dub drop that makes the speakers breathe. We're going from community halls in Bristol to dance halls in Kingston, from harmony-led roots to the dub architecture that powered 1,012 inches. By the end, your playlist and your respect for the 80s will be different. If you love reggae beyond the obvious hits, subscribe to CEtrends and drop one slept-on 80s group plus one song in the comments. Headphones on, volume up. Let's bring these names back to life. Before British reggae had big budgets or radio support, the Cimarons were already doing the work, touring, backing singers, and cutting their own tunes. Harder Than the Rock shows their approach. The drums keep a steady one drop, the bass rolls like a tide, and the guitar bubbles in tiny upstrokes that never lose time. The voices sit warm in the mix, close enough to feel like they're singing from the stage of a crowded community hall. What makes them special is balance. They sound tough without shouting, sweet without smoothing off the edges. You can picture Friday nights where the floorboards shake, not from flashy tricks, but from a band that knows exactly where the pocket lives. The Cimarons helped build the platform so later UK acts could stand taller. This track is the blueprint. Craft first, ego second.
All right, CEtrends fam, let's keep it real. We're pouring our hearts into bringing you the best celebrity news and music deep dives. What? Check it. A massive 98% of you aren't subscribed yet. Subscribing is how you can truly support us, helping us grow and create even better content. If you're vibing with what we do, take a sec to hit that subscribe button. It's free and makes a huge difference. Plus, ring that notification bell so you never miss out. Let's flip that 98% and build this CEtrends family together. Your support is everything.
Capital Letters came out of the English Midlands with a root sound that felt lived in. No studio gloss, no clutter. Vineyard moves on firm bass and dry, confident drums, the kind that make your head nod even before the vocal arrives. The singer's tone is plain and sure, like a good friend telling you something true. Keys flicker around the edges, guitar chops keep time like a clock, and the chorus lands with a chant you can catch on the first pass. What holds it together is discipline. Every player leaves space, so the message can breathe. This is the side of 80s reggae that doesn't beg for attention. It earns it, bar by bar, with clear rhythms and a backbone you can lean on. South and East London shaped this band. Sound system pressure from the streets, song sense from long rehearsal rooms, and a storyteller's eye. Ghetto rock marches on a heavy stepper's beat, but the production stays light enough to let small details sparkle. An organ lick here, a snare accent there, harmonies that lift the hook and then disappear. The lyric speaks in snapshots, corners, faces, little victories and daily struggles, so the groove feels like it carries people as well as notes. The bass line does the real lifting. It locks to the kick drum and pulls the song forward like a rope. You can hear the UK scene inside it, the way live bands learn to play for the box, not against it, leaving air for the low end to work its magic. Amigo is proof that a simple idea, played clean and right in the pocket, can travel far. The rhythm is light on its feet, almost buoyant, with a guitar skank that clicks like a metronome. The vocal melody is friendly and direct. The chorus turns up exactly when your ear wants it. Listen to how the bass never shows off yet still leads the dance, and how the drum fills arrive like polite waves rather than crashes. It's a lesson in feel. Keep the groove easy, keep the lyric open, and you'll have a song strangers can sing together by the second chorus. Black Slate weren't trying to outmuscle anyone. They were building a bridge from stage to crowd. Decades later, that bridge still holds. Black Roots sound like a band that understands the long game. Bristol rock is steady and proud. Horns lift the edges of each line. The bass walks with quiet authority, and the drums keep a patient pulse you could ride for hours. The lead vocal is plain-spoken, almost conversational. The harmonies arrive like neighbors stepping onto a stoop to back a point. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is wasted. The song lets you feel the place it comes from. Small venues, working audiences, and a scene that built itself from scratch. That's the charm and the power. You hear resilience turned into rhythm. It's music designed not just to play once, but to hold up night after night, set after set, until a community knows it by heart. Chalice sound like sunlight on a Sunday afternoon. Silky lead vocals, clean harmonies, bright keyboards, and a rhythm section that never breaks a sweat. The drums don't rush, the bass doesn't crowd, and the guitars flicker in tiny upstrokes that keep your head moving without you noticing. It feels radio-friendly because the melody is smooth and the chorus lands exactly where your ear wants it. But under that polish, you can hear Roots discipline, tight timing, careful dynamics, and lyrics that choose comfort without losing substance. It's the kind of track that works in a car with the windows down and still holds up on a big system where the low end can stretch its legs. Here's a masterclass in restraint. 3 veteran voices float in close harmony, while Sly and Robbie build a cool, unblinking groove underneath. The drum pattern is crisp, the bass moves like a slow tide, and every echo is placed with intention. Instead of pushing the emotion, the Tamlins let the harmonies carry it. Long notes that bloom, short phrases that glide in and out of the pocket. The result is a cover that rewrites the song's center of gravity. Same melody, new meaning. You feel the weight in the spaces between the lines. It's velvet above, granite below. The perfect 80s taxi balance. When this trio steps in, the lead voice comes forward like a blade, clean and certain. The harmonies sit right behind it, rounding the edges and giving the chorus a lift without softening the message. The band honors the one drop. Kick and snare speak plainly. The bass holds the floor, and the guitar skank marks time like a second hand on a clock. Nothing is oversized. That's why it hits. The Viceroys remind you that roots can be powerful without getting loud, and that authority often comes from how well you hold back. By the last refrain, you're not just humming the hook. You're standing a little straighter. This video is sponsored by the Lore Store on Amazon, your one-stop shop for music lovers across reggae, rock, pop, and hip-hop. We built it for real listeners who don't want to dig through 1,000 listings to find the right gear. Inside the Lore Store, you'll find 5 aisles. VIP, top, battle-tested essentials. Headphones, turntables, speakers, gig-safe earplugs, smart speakers. Reggae vibe, roots and lovers. Rock made easy, automatic decks, warm bookshelf speakers, vinyl care. Rock lore, classic rock must-haves, open back cans, simple amps, living room concert vibes. Pop lore, feel-good everyday setups, clean, clear speakers, easy streaming, nostalgia-friendly picks. Hip-hop must-haves, punchy bass without the muddle, closed-back headphones and living room systems that handle low-end, plus a rotating crate of old album vinyl if you're rebuilding a 60s-90s collection. Every product page tells you who it's for, 3 pros, 1 con, and why we picked it. So you can choose with confidence. Flying soon? Check. VIP for noise cancelling that tames plane roar. Mostly listening at home? Try open-back headphones that let live albums breathe. Want instant gratification vinyl? Our fully automatic turntable is 1 button from silence to music, and the record cleaning kit knocks down crackle so the bass tightens up. Headed to shows? Grab high-fidelity earplugs, hands-free at home. Our smart speaker picks let you say, play 70s reggae or classic pop, and you're there. Deal alert! If you use the link in the description, you'll land on our curated picks with current best available Amazon pricing and active discounts where applicable. Prices change, so buy now to lock in today's deal. Tap the link in the description, pick your aisle, grab a favorite, and tell me which category you want me to build next. The Lore Store. Listen better, with gear that gets out of the way and lets the music live. This is 80s roots with a steel spine. The drums are big and dry, the bass line walks with purpose, and the vocals carry a melody you can sing on first listen. But the sweetness hides a hard center. Lyrics about loyalty, pressure, and choosing a path when times get rough. The arrangement matches the message. Tight, disciplined, and built to march forward. You get call and response moments that feel like a crowd gathering, short instrumental fills that clear space for the next line, and a chorus that returns like a rally point. It's the balance the decade needed. Hooks that invite everyone in, words that refuse to look away. Press play, and the room settles. The Itals don't hurry. They build trust. Acoustic colors tuck into full band roots, and the 3 voices fit together like pieces of a carved box. Each different grain, one shape. The tempo is patient, the groove unshakable. Verses unfold like short stories. Choruses read like proverbs your grandparents would nod at. The strength is in tone, warm but steady, kind but firm. By the end, you feel like you've been given something useful, not just entertained. That's their gift in the 80s, turning melody into memory and rhythm into resolve. You can hear the miles on their shoes. The Gladiators sound like a band that played every stage, learned every crowd, and kept their roots strong even as the 80s changed the gear and the mix. The guitars ring with a bright, confident tone. No fuzz needed, and the bass line walks forward like a decision already made. The drums keep time with calm power, leaving space for the song to breathe. The melody feels carved, shaped by hands that know what lasts and what fades. Nothing here is rushed, nothing is pasted on. It's classic roots craft meeting a new decade sound, proof that experience can shine without shouting. This is what community sounds like on record. The beat is a patient stepper, firm kick, dry snare, and a bass that moves people as one. Voices enter like a crowd answering a leader. Call and response phrases, short chants that grow into hooks you can picture a whole room singing. Guitars and keys color the edges, never taking the center from the drums and bass. The lyrics stand tall, dignity, endurance, purpose, spoken without drama because the rhythm already carries the weight. Even in the studio you hear a stage, a hall, a night where strangers end up moving together. That's the Misty In Roots gift, turning a track into a gathering. Trios don't get more recognizable than this. The lead voice is earthy and human, the harmonies lift like light over water, and the band lets time stretch so each line can land. The rhythm section doesn't push. It holds steady, which makes the chorus feel even bigger when it blooms. Acoustic colors sneak in beside the electric groove. Little guitar figures, soft keys, and nothing gets in the way of the blend. The song is spiritual without showiness. It asks for your attention in a kind voice and earns it by staying honest. By the last refrain, the title feels true in your chest. Here's the handoff between eras in one tune. Home T's harmony roots glide across the top, smooth, confident, easy to sing, while Coco T's sweet tone threads the lines and Shaba's DJ verses snap into place with command. The rhythm is big-shouldered, heavy drum and bass, sharp guitar skank, and drops that pull the floor out for a split second before the beat returns stronger. It's modern, but the heart is old school. Unity, pride, the crew moving as one. You can feel the big stage confidence and the street corner spark in the same 3 minutes. That mix is why it's stuck.
All right, CEtrends fam, let's keep it real. We're pouring our hearts into bringing you the best celebrity news and music deep dives. What? Check it. A massive 98% of you aren't subscribed yet. Subscribing is how you can truly support us, helping us grow and create even better content. If you're vibing with what we do, take a sec to hit that subscribe button. It's free and makes a huge difference. Plus, ring that notification bell so you never miss out. Let's flip that 98% and build this CEtrends family together. Your support is everything.
If you want to know why so many 80s reggae records hit so hard, start with the engine. Roots Radics were the band under countless singers, and on their own dub sets they show exactly how the machine works. Drums and bass sit up front, dry and deep, kick and snare like landmarks, bass like a wide river. Guitars, keys, and horns become flickers of light, dropping in and out as the mix shifts around them. The engineer treats the board like an instrument, muting whole parts, throwing a rim shot into a long echo, letting one chord hang in space before snapping the groove back tight. Nothing is cluttered. Every sound has a job. The result is music that breathes. Simple parts arranged so well that the room itself becomes part of the rhythm. After you hear the Radics strip it down, you'll hear the decade differently. The singers were the face, but this was the spine. If you enjoyed this episode, then go watch this video.